Hey, what's happening, everybody? So we are back and we're gonna continue with the box pleat. We're going to do the box pleat right now, and assuming that you've already copied these lines over to your fabric, and these lines are super important because it helps you to follow the arrows in which way you need to iron these particular pleats, or shall I say place. These lines are super important to guide you along placing or ironing the pleats in a certain way. And looking at these arrows, it looks like it's coming from the midpoint and it's going towards the outer sides of the fabric. Like in this case, midpoint, fold, fold, place. And here we also be going fold, fold, place. So we're going that way, right? And because of that, we are going to turn the fabric that way so that we can start fold, fold, place. Yeah, we're going to follow the arrows. All right, as mentioned in the previous video, it's best to have an iron depending on what type of fabric you're going to use. If you're using calico, you can potentially just use your finger pressing method, and that will assist you to fold these pleats. Or if you're using something a little bit more delicate like satin or chiffon, you probably want to have an iron close by. All right, we're going to fold right now. So midpoint, and we're going to start with our first fold line. We're going to finger press it real quick, and we're going to fold towards the place line. So fold, first fold, second fold, and then place line. We're going to skip over to the second fold, and go directly towards the place line, because the second fold line will automatically just fold because we are going towards the place line. Once we have it there, press them flat, grab an iron and iron them down. Once that first one is done, we will turn the fabric towards the other way, and because we are going the opposite direction, I haven't made any arrows here, but we are going that way. Yeah, so midpoint, and then the next line is our fold line. So FFP, fold, fold, place. Fold this line with your fingers, press it lightly, get a crease line, and once we have a crease line, people, we will go from the first fold line over the second fold line towards the place line. Yeah, so fold, fold, and then place. Once we have it there, we're gonna grab our iron and just steam them down. Grab your iron them down. Once it's ironed down, then we will see the box pleat. So there we have our box pleat, people. This is a big box over here, creating what's called the box pleat. You may have seen this in shirts or jackets or pants. Yeah, all right, that's what we call a box pleat. And this again is a basic box pleat. You can go ahead and do some decorations, maybe do some edge stitches if you'd like, or you can secure the box pleat on the inside over there, and then the box would only open at a certain point. So imagine this was a pocket on a cargo pocket, and if you had entered your hand into the pocket, maybe you secured a certain way, a certain level, and then the rest will just open up. All right, people, so to finish off this basic box pleat, we will just do a stay stitch like we've done with the previous pleat. Stay stitch is 5 mm from the edge. We start from the edge of the fabric all the way across the box towards the other edge. Alright, let's jump on the sewing machine real quick and we will do this right now. Alright everybody, so we're going to put the pleat under the foot and we're going to sew 5mm, and again this is a stay stitch or a temporary stitch just to keep the vent or pleat in place so that we can sew it in a seam, what have you. Alright, lower your needle into the fabric, don't do a back tack because it's a temporary stitch, and when you get closer to the box you want to keep it flat because the foot of the machine might push the pleat over and it will create something like that, which we don't want unless it's part of your design. But in this case it's a basic box pleat. We're just going to sew and keep it down. Alright, here we go. Press it down as the foot reaches the box because sometimes the foot lifts up or pushes over the fabric. There we go, all the way to the edge. Once you get to the end of the fabric, lift up your needle, remove the fabric from the foot, cut off your threads, and there is our box pleat secured. Alright people, and you may have noticed that the invert pleat and the box pleat looks quite similar. If you flip the box pleat to the other side, it's an invert pleat actually, right? And if you take the invert pleat and you flip it the other way, it's a box pleat. So they are cousins, right? Okay people, that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.